when God created the world, there were no white people. And anytime anybody gives you a God who doesn't look like you, you give him that God back. Who was living in Europe at that time? No one. Who was living in Asia at that time? No one. Who was living in America North? No.
Hello guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I hope you're doing fine wherever you are today. So today I'm going to talk about Dr. Kian. Dr. Kian is a professional figure with the passion of Pan-Africanism. He is a lecturer in Uganda, and he initiated the spirit of Pan-Africanism, at least in Uganda. One of his most renowned works includes the Black Identity. Who are we? Who are we even before? So in this video, he is talking about we black people, as we existed even before time. We existed, we were the first people in Africa. And he shows this proof. And I think this video is important because most of us, we look down upon us as Africans, but we need to know we are the first people here in this world. So I want you to watch this video, then come back, say something, as usually say. And I hope this message reach all African. If this video kinda you agree with it, you can consider like, share, so that it can meet your family, so that it can reach different people. Let's dive into the video.
Black. Now, in your homes, the pictures of God that you have is what color? Be honest, tell the truth and shame the white man. What color are the pictures on the wall in your homes? White. And what color then is the devil? So if I kill all of you, I have fought the devil, won't I? Is that not, doesn't it make sense? If I am a Christian and they say onward Christian soldiers, if I am a soldier of Christ, my job is to fight the devil. What does the devil look like? Isn't it black? When you go in a military college, the sabao, when you are learning how to shoot, the target practice is what kind of head? It's a black head. So it is no wonder that black people hate themselves. Because every time you see God, you are not thinking of your sister or your mother or your uncle. You are not thinking of Kiurankuba as looking like God. No. You are thinking that somebody else, not you, looks like God, and you look like the devil. And most of the time, if I look like the devil, I am told I'm a devil, then I act like a devil. I don't want to disappoint people. People thinking that, I'm a wonderful person. They've called me a devil. Let me try to live up to the part. That's what psychology says. But I'm here to tell you today, number one, that when God created the world, there were no white people at all. There were no Chinese. There were no Indians. There were no Italians, no Romans, no Germans, no Poles, no Finns, no Swedes, no Goths, no Vandals, no Visigoths, no Vikings. There were only black people. Only black people. They were probably at the time darker than you. So, if you read any sacred text and it says that you are created in the image of God and in the likeness of God, it means God is what color? Black. And anytime anybody gives you a God who doesn't look like you, you give him that God back. You say, you know what? Yeah, your God looks okay, but just take him. Because at the dawn of time, there were no other people on earth but us. None. And the most interesting story is that story unfolded around this river that passes it through your district. The Nile. That is where humanity began. To the extent that UNESCO, United Nations Educational Scientific Committee Organization, in volume 2, Chapter 1, it says, as a result of the work of Professor Like and other subsequent work, it leads us to conclude that more than 150,000 years ago, beings morphologically identical with the man of today were living in the area of the Great Lakes, at the foothills of the mountains of the moon, at the source of the Nile, in the land of the gods, and nowhere else. UNESCO, nowhere else. Humanity went through 5 stages. The first stages are known as Australopithecine, black. Where were they living? Where you are living. How old? How long ago? 5.5 million years ago. Who was living in Europe at that time? No one. Who was living in Asia at that time? No one. Who was living in America North? None. America South? None. Bismarck Archipelago? No one. Australia? Tonga? None. Haiti, Fiji, Samoa, who was living there? No one. Humanity was only here. 3.5 million years ago, Homo habilis. Where was he living? Here. Was he living elsewhere? No. 1.5 million years. Humanity at the stage of Homo erectus, the African that walks upright. Where is he living? Here. He lives here to populate the world. He passes through the Gulf of Eden, avoids Saudi Arabia, crosses into India. And then he goes through Kenya, Mijikenda, Tayar in Australia, and populates all the islands in between. Avoids Israel, avoids Jordan, avoids Syria. He also discovers fire. Then 150,000 years, modern man, known as Homo sapien. Homo sapien. The oldest Homo sapien, the bones discovered in Omo Valley in Ethiopia and Kenya. He started where? Here. Then he moves with his feet and his cows, mobile food, and his language, articulated symbolic language, and his brain, a bigger cranium, and he populates Europe. He is the first person to populate Europe about 40,000 years ago, known as Gromoldi. The first people to populate Europe were black people. They were known as Gromoldi. First people to populate England were black people. They were known as Bika. First people to populate India were black people. They were known as Dravidians. First people to populate Japan, black people. They were known as Masaba Negroes. Mulembe, Kamaku, Wagasile, they came from here. They populated Japan. That's why Japanese names are like Ugandan names. Takahara, Nakamura, Kato, Toyota. All those because the first Japanese were black people. In ancient time, the whole world belonged to the black man, the black woman. You are the people that populated the world. You are the people that gave birth to everybody else. And quite significantly, and I am telling you this as a scholar, I have a library of 32,000 books. I have read each one of them, not only read them, but remember them. I have traveled in almost every corner of the world, lectured at the most prestigious universities. I am telling you that in ancient time, the only people who are on earth were you and your ancestors. You. And you are also the people of the scriptures. All scripture, be it the Rig Veda, the Namapale, the Peramperu, the Papyrus of Ani, the Papyrus of Hunefa, the Quran, the Bible, the Book of the Rosta, the Epic of Gilgamesh, is all about.
Hello guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I hope you've learned something out of the video. Personally, me as African, I've learned a lot of some things in this video, and I hope that these things are taught in our African curriculum because it is important. Every African child need to listen to this professor what he's saying about black people, because we ourselves have been looking down upon our own selves. We have been seeing ourselves as substandard, and this has been facilitated by the white supremacy, the white laws which have been put in order for you as an African to think that you cannot do something better than a white person. You need to understand that you are here before any other race. We are the first people. We are the chosen ones. We were here even before time. So that being said, we have seen a lot as black people. That also explains why we are unique in our own way. That also explains why We don't easily contract diseases. We don't easily contract tropical diseases as any other race as they do. Black person, a person with the black gene is a person who is so strong. And that is what Dr. This Dr. Kiuran Koba explains. He wants you to understand that you need to take what you have seriously. Most of us don't even know. Most of us can even bow down to a white person. Little did you know that you are just as special as the white person. So for me, something that I've learned from this video, I've learned that we are so useful with black people. We are so useful. And then the person explained something in this video. It is easier for a white man, for a black person, to give birth to a person who might be white, but it is not same with a white person. A white person cannot give birth to a black person. It is so hard. But a white person, a black person, with having a relationship with a white person, they can give birth to a white child, purely white. That shows that we existed here even before. And even the white people who are here in Africa, they moved, and due to mutation, they changed their color to adapt to those environments which were there. But we black people, we remained here. So the first person was the black person. The black person had melanin. And melanin is something which is so important. And this is the mark of human. This is the mark of human beings. So guys, tell me what you think about this issue in the comment section, because I believe our African history is not doing so well. Our African history is not telling us the truth. We are only taught some superficial things about the origin of mankind. We are not taught people who are true indigenous of this world as human beings, who are the black people. Me, myself, I've learned a lot from the video. I hope that this video also reaches you, also from you, to learn a lot from it. I don't want to say much. I don't want to impose much. I just want you to at least learn. You can share this video with your family. Any black person, any African child, any person with a low self-esteem, when they are close to those white people, they need to watch this video so that they should know that they are just as special as a white person. There is no kind of special superhuman white people are. Black people have made a lot of inventions just as white people has made, or maybe much more than white people. I'm not a black supremacist, or I'm not trying to give my racist agendas. No, I'm not trying to do that. But hear what I'm saying. I'm telling the truth. The truth is, you as a black person, you are just as special as any other race. And remember, you were here before. Your forefathers were here before. Africa is the cradle of mankind. That's what they tell you in evolution theory. Africa is the cradle of mankind. This is the place where life started. So with that being said, I hope that this message reaches you well and it changes your mind. It changes your mind. It changes your perspective of who are Africans, of who is a black person. Let's meet on the next episode. Until then, peace, love, and harmony. Salute.